All right, so I have some problem with the fuel pump. Sometimes the car will start, sometimes it won't start, it will cut right off. Let's see. Oh my God. All right, let's see what's going on with this. I'm gonna have to pull it up in the garage. Let's see. All right, so I managed to pull the car in the garage. I'll show you how to do this. So if you ever got stuck on the highway or anywhere in the parking lot, there's one thing that you can try, and hopefully your car will start up, and hopefully it will crank. Anywho, so I was hooking up the monitor and I see there's multiple codes showing up. Of course, it's for P0171. Then we have just a camshaft position sensor. We'll check that out, what's going on. Also, there was another code right here. So mass airflow sensor, circuit low. I'm gonna have to check the housing and see what's going on, if the connector are connected properly or not. I made the video before. If you haven't seen that, please, it's in the link below. Just feel free to click on it so you can see what's going on and what I have done previously on this car. All right, let's go pop the hood and see what's going on. All right, so once again, if you are ever stuck and your fuel pump, fuel filter, or any reason, by any mean, if your car is not starting, you want to check like if your fuel pump is working right? And the other thing that you want to see, if you keep cranking the engine and still not firing, what you want to do, honestly, the best thing is, that was my savior from the other day. So I was in the parking lot and I went to Advanced Auto and I bought this, right? All you want to do, you want to unhook this hose right here, all right, from the intake, and then just spray a little bit, not a lot, but spray some spray starting fluid into it, and then crank the engine. It will start right up, right? That will be one less problem for you, and hopefully it will get you home. So once you get home or to the mechanic shop, then you can just have them take a look. I was just opening and disconnecting the MAF, and I'm gonna check if there's any problem with that. Also, I'm gonna recheck all the vacuum lines. The main problem that I know of, which I have already ordered the parts for in this vehicle, like I said, it's a fuel pump. So we're going to replace the fuel pump, and I'll show you step by step how to do so. And the other problem is this PCV hose and the PCV valve. In my last video, if you've seen it, I replaced the PCV valve, but I gotta replace this hose because it was torn in pieces. That could be one of the main problem too for throwing P0171. And there's multiple symptoms for P0171. Like I said in my previous video, if you have not seen it, I will put the link below in description. In previous video, I have already checked all the vacuum lines, everything, even our oxygen sensor right there. But we didn't find any leaks whatsoever. But nothing resolved the issue. So I knew it was the fuel pump. And apparently when I was driving, which was like a couple days ago, and the car just died on me, right? And I was stranded. So what we're going to do, again, I'm gonna check all the air vacuum lines, go into the engine, replace the PCV hose right there, and replace the fuel pump in the tank. All right, stay tuned. All right, so these are the tools and equipment that you're gonna need. So this is the brand new PCV hose from Toyota dealer, and of course I got the fuel pump right here, right? It comes in a whole set and kit. So you're gonna need 8mm socket with extension, of course your wrench, flathead screwdriver, one big one because you gotta remove the back seat, the passenger seat in the back, and this plier just to open and loosen up any clamps, hose clamps for PCV if we have to. All right, so let's go get on it. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this engine cover. It has two 10mm the nuts. So let's take them out. right, so let's remove the engine cover. All right, so here's the PCV hose. This is the PCV valve right here. I replaced it as you I would say like a week ago. So this is the hose that actually having some issue, and I'll show you. Let me pull this out and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, so this is my new PCV hose right here, and this is my old one that we just pulled out. All right, so the reason why we're replacing it, as you can see, it was just ripped, broken. I guess it's just due to the age. The car is about like 12-year-old, but it's not that old. So we're gonna go ahead and take these clamps off of it and put it on our new hose, which we got from a Toyota dealership, and install it. Hopefully it will help to eliminate that air leak issue. Like I said, we already have fuel pump issue already, so we know about that, but this also plays a big part for throwing off the code. All right, we're gonna go ahead and install the new PCV hose. That goes in there. All right, and I'm just gonna use the new clamp because the old clamp wasn't really strong enough. All right, that's it, easy peasy. All we're gonna do is just go ahead and tighten this screw all the way. Let me go ahead and do that. I'll be right back. I just want to make sure that our map sensor is clean, so I'm just gonna go ahead and clean it with the air intake cleaner. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna let that sit and dry for at least 10-15 minutes. You never want to put after cleaning your MAP sensor, you never want to put that in your intake right away, otherwise you will kill your MAP sensor. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and disconnect the negative terminal from the battery, because we're gonna work on our fuel pump. Please make sure before you get into fuel pump area or working on it or any electrical component on your vehicle, you must disconnect your battery. Otherwise, there is a greater chance that you may harm something. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and get back in the vehicle, and here we're gonna go ahead and take this passenger seat out, and I'll show you where to insert your screwdriver or your crowbar, whatever you have. All you need is such a screwdriver, heavy duty one. Insert it from here underneath and just pull it up, and your passenger seat will be out. All right, let me show you from a different angle. Use your crowbar. If not, then heavy duty long screwdriver will do the job too. So insert it from here and pull this up, and your passenger seat is released. All right, same thing I'm gonna do on the other side, and our seat will be out and released. Then I'll show you what to do next. All right, so I have removed the passenger seat, and this is where your fuel pump is, under this. We're gonna have to remove this lid. It's typically actually glued with a very heavy duty glue in there. So we're gonna just pry it open, and then we're gonna take our old fuel pump out. Okay. As you can see, I just removed this plate. This is your adapter, which is connected to your full fuel pump. All you wanna do is just, all right, so I just removed the plate and the adapter is unplugged. So we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mm bolts in here. This is your fuel line. All you want to do is just pull it up and it will come out, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and remove these 8 mm bolts, then remove this the hose, the fuel line hose. Take that out, and then take the old sucker out of here. All right, so I have removed all the 8 bolts. This is the fuel pump assembly now. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this plate, and this is the sucker which died on us, and I was straining it on the highway. Right. So I'm glad that was me, not my father-in-law. Otherwise, he wouldn't know what to do, but just call tow truck, and he'd be going bananas. Let me go ahead and take this out swiftly, and I'll be right back. So this is my old fuel pump coming out of there from the gas tank. Just keep in mind, like, while you try to pull this out, do not try to fight with it, because it has this leveler which actually reads how much it and tells the gauge how much of fuel is available in your tank area. So since it has this longer arm, it could be stuck somewhere. So just try to maneuver around it, and it will come out super easily. All right. So we try to have a side-by-side comparison between the old part and the new part. Everything exact same. I'm glad that we spent that kind of dollar to get the right part. Typically, you buy from eBay or Amazon. They're always kind of off. All right. So now we are ready to go ahead and install the new part into it. Time to go ahead and put this new bad boy in there. All right. So I'm gonna just gently slide that in there so it sits properly. There we go. All right, there, awesome. So next, we're gonna go ahead and put this plate back on, and we need to mount it. With the kit, I also got brand new bolts, but I'm just gonna go ahead and use the old one because they're in a good shape anyway. So I'm just gonna go ahead and bolting down. All right, so all the bolts are tight. Now I'm gonna go ahead and plug in the fuel line. There we go. Make sure you use the lock. If you forget the lock, you're gonna really risk something. So make sure you insert the lock and lock that hose. All right, so we are good here. Now the last part is just this connector. Okay, so this is the power connector right here for your fuel pump, and it goes like this. All right, awesome. You hear that click? So now we're gonna go ahead, put this bad boy back in there, and put the seat back, and I'll show you. Let's crank the engine. The seat is back in this place, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this map sensor back in this place. We have cleaned that earlier. Go ahead and connect this, and we have two different screws. We're just gonna tie them down. All right. Okay, one more on this side. So by the way, like I said, this vehicle had some leak issue going on. We had P0171 in my last video, which is in my description below. I had inspected all the vacuum line. There's no cracks, no leaks, except for just that PCV pipe and the valve that we have replaced. So we're gonna go ahead and tighten these bolts down, the engine cover, and the last part would be just connecting this battery up here. All right, so let me go ahead and connect the battery meanwhile, since I'm here, and then we're gonna go ahead and connect the tied the engine cover. All right, great. We're gonna do the last part, and then we're gonna crank the engine. All right, great. Now we are ready to go ahead and crank this engine. All right, let's do the first crank after installing the fuel pump. That was very good. All right, so seems like we have probably resolved the issue. In fact, I would say 100% that was the issue. And we have replaced the PCV pipe also, so the valve. And hopefully we will run this around for another 100 miles or something. And hopefully the code will never come back. If it does, I will keep you posted. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you like and subscribe and share this video with whoever it can help to. And we hope that you will be a part of our community. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. All right, so I drove the car about 120 miles, no engine light, no vacuum leak, no air leak, no issue whatsoever. And I'm very happy with the results, and I hope you like this video, and also it will help you to resolve your issue if you have one. So please make sure you like and subscribe and be a part of our community. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for next video.